Hello, this is Chitran Saxena from Just Tutors. Today we are going to learn about work in this video. And the objectives of this video, what we are going to learn today are: the very first is introduction, in which we learn or we'll introduce ourselves to the work. Then next is work, what is work, scientific concept of work, and how work done by a constant force. Let's move ahead. So, as we know, all living beings need to take food as all of them have to perform several activities in life. These activities are called life processes. These processes need energy which comes from food. This may have been experienced by you as well. If you are hungry or you are tired, you are not able to do any work in that much better way. So, the requirement of energy will solely depend upon the type of work. On a particular day, you wake up, get dressed, eat breakfast, and head off to school. After you spend all day at your school, you go back to home, eat dinner or your lunch, maybe watch TV, and then go to bed. In this sense, work can be just about anything: study, walking, or traveling, cooking, food, and so much more. However, in physics, work has different way of expressing it. In this chapter or in this video, we are going to learn about the concept which will help us to understand many natural phenomena related to work. So, it is the definition says work is the energy required to move an object against a force. Work is equal to the force times the distance the object moves. The SI unit of work is joule, and it can be represented by the capital letter J. Perhaps the most significant concept derived in physics is that of work. The understanding of work greatly simplifies many physical situations. It allows us to evaluate forces over distance and time, to give us a broader understanding about what happens to that object over the course of a given journey. There is a difference in the way we use the term work in day-to-day life. The way we use it in the science: you stand still for several minutes with a heavy load on your head. You get tired, you have exerted yourself and have spent quite a big bit of energy. Are you doing work on the load? In terms of physics, no, work is not done in this situation. So, what is the scientific concept of the work? Work is a force applied over a distance. So, let's consider a particle moving in a straight line that is acted upon by a force in the same direction as the motion of the particle. Let's say this is a particle and it is moving in this direction, and force is also applied in the same direction. So, there are only two situations where the total work is done. So, not two, only one condition: if force is applied in the direction of motion, and if we can say there are two situations where the total work done will be zero. If the displacement of the object is zero, then whatever be the amount of the force, the total work done will be zero. Let's say we have an object here and we are applying force in any direction and it is not moving yet, so the work done will be zero, because as the definition says, the product of the force and the displacement of the particle is equal to work. So we can write it like this. So the force is, let's say we applied a force F and the displacement is 0, so the work done will be 0. Similarly, if the force applied is 0, then the work done will also be 0. Let's say this object is moving in this direction like this, but no force is applied. Force is like external force. So again, this time for work, 0 will be times by the displacement, that is d, and work will get 0 again. So these are the two conditions in which work will be 0. Now, work done by a constant force. A force which is the same for a specific duration of time or time interval, it is called constant force. So the formula says work done is equal to force times displacement, as we have discussed on the last slide by the definition. We can also represent it as W equals F times D. Let a constant force F acts on an object and let the object be displaced through a distance D. We can express this by the formula as well. In the direction of the force, let W be the work done. So we can say the work done is Fd now by the object. Now here are some practice questions. Please pause the video, try these questions and come up with your answers. You may also check your answers on the next slide. If all your answers are correct, then very well done. You have made really good progress. That's all for this video. For more videos, keep watching or keep logging in justtutors.com. Thank you.